Our next guest is a masterclass in grit, grace and creativity. The wonderful Lisa Pollock is an artist from the Gold Coast, Australia. She has turned her talent for making beautiful artwork into a wonderful decorative gifts homewares business. She has learnt an incredible amount over the past couple of years about pivoting her business to suit the changing times. We can't wait to learn from her. Please join me in welcoming Lisa to the Girlfriend Our Couch.
Hello, we're coming this way. Hello. Thank you.
Have a seat.
Thanks. Hello, everyone.
Divine. You always look divine.
Thanks, hun.
Lisa, starting as an artist is not something everyone really gets out there and does. So how did you get started?
Oh, look, I started my business 18 years ago, so it's definitely been a journey to get, to where I am today. I've always loved creating. At school it was art, it was photography, it was pottery, it was always something like that. So my grandparents gave me an easel when I was 10 and it really lit the fire, and I've just sort of always been heading in this direction.
And I love the connection that your art has with nature. Is this an important aspect of actually who you are as a person?
Oh, absolutely. So if I'm in nature, it's totally my happy place. Like, it fills my soul, and like, we're massive campers, we go bushwalking, and like with my art, it really inspires me. Like, I can just sit down there and be still and be in the moment. You just you just see how amazing everything is, and yes, I'm definitely inspired by nature. Yeah.
And so how did you go from being 10 with the easel, loving art, to then starting a business in this space?
Okay, well, I think it was a gradual thing. So saying that I was really crafty. So I used to work full time, and I used to do the markets on a Friday night, a Saturday night, and I was always doing little crafty things. I think I did pottery, I did tie-dyed T-shirts, don't know what happened there. And it wasn't really until I found the courage to put my artwork out there to the public that my business really took off. So it's definitely been a journey in learning to trust and to really get myself where I was confident enough to be able to do it. So, and that's, that was really where it all changed.
Yeah, amazing. And look, a lot of people see successful business owners like you and they think, oh, it's all right, they've never had anything go on, but you've had your challenges in business. Do you want to share with our audience at home as well as here today some of those challenges?
Yeah. Well, I think you're going to love this. I think the biggest challenge is myself. So, because I think in business there's so much pressure, and I think it's, all the mind games and your thoughts and, your self-language, like that can bring you unstuck.
That inner critic.
More than any challenge that you're going to face. So probably one of the biggest things I've learned over the years is that you always have the power to choose how you react.
Yes.
So, and because business is going to throw things at you, I could bore you. We don't have enough time.
It's only an hour show.
Yeah. So I think for me, it's been my biggest lesson to learn, and my biggest challenge is to really understand that and know that in any situation, you do have the power to really choose how you're going to handle it. So,
Yes, I mean, even the way this lady answers her phone, she's happy hello.
Happy hello.
Everything is always starting with a happy and it sets the tone. So even if you're in a grumpy mood, ring this woman. She changes it for you.
Oh.
Now, when you're under pressure, often we can't think. I know me, if I'm under stress and pressure when we're creating our magazines or our books and even our show, you think differently. How do you not allow the pressures of the business side of the business you have affect your creative side?
Okay, I threw this idea around last night with my husband and he went, that's a good question. So look, it's incredibly challenging and I don't always find the balance. And so one of the biggest things is I've separated my workspace. So I've got our factory and then I also have my studio at home. We have a beautiful tranquil, it's near the creek. It's just my space that I turn the phone off. I don't answer emails. I don't have a million questions and it enables me just to get into that space and the stillness and the moment. And I feel like in all that, that's where the magic happens. So
it's shutting out the world and the white noise.
Yeah. But I do that at night time and on weekends. So, you know, so it is very hard for me to find the balance. But, so.
Yeah, amazing. And so advice for people starting out. So if you're watching this at home somewhere around the world and you might be wanting to start a homewares business or become an artist, what are some tips you can give our viewers at home as well as here today?
Okay, I would say my biggest tip is to just start. Like, I think if you look at the big picture, it can be really quite daunting of how do you do that? You know, what will it look like? What will it be? And I just think if you just break it back down and just start and do one thing daily. I mean, you might have a job or you might be juggling something else, but if you just try and focus on one thing daily, you'll find that you'll be so further along your journey than you ever imagined you could be. And then once you get into that journey, my next piece of advice would be to build yourself an amazing team.
Yes.
You know what it's like.
Yes, absolutely.
Our business totally changed with the people that are involved in it. We have an incredible team. They support it. It's just everyone has their skill set. You can't do everything. So surround yourself with people that see your vision and can really bring your dream to life.
Yeah.
And that's a gradual process, but I believe you always attract the right people at the right time. So, and then the other piece of advice, which I've lived by, is to dream big and to never, ever give up.
Yes.
No matter what. Like, I feel like there's been times over the 18 years that I've nearly given up, like so many times. And it's that moment where I feel like that I think we go to the next level.
Yes.
So, keep dreaming and everything's possible. And, it's an exciting journey and I feel, it's courageous.
It is, very much so. And those moments that you've wanted to give up, because I'm sure if you're watching this at home or anyone here today, there's been moments where we've got up and said, no, I just can't do this.
Yeah.
So what are some of the things you've done to pick yourself up? Like, how do you actually go, no, I need to do this? What's that pull to get up one more time?
Well, I think for me, I keep saying to myself, like, I chose this. I chose to do this. So I get up, I show up, I might put a bit more sparkle on. But, you know, at the end...
Is that possible?
Look, I didn't even bring my sparkle jacket. So look, at the end, I think, you know, you've chosen, this is what you've chosen to do. So, you know, honour yourself and, you know, show up. And it is hard and that's okay. And you can't be great all the time, you know, but
that's a good T-shirt too, isn't it? You can't be great all the time. It takes a bit of pressure off. So I can just sit back and relax. It'll be right.
And I think people look at it from the outside and no one ever really sees how hard it is. So it is hard and it's okay.
And social media, I must say, we'll just jump onto this really quickly, that social media plays a big part in this.
Yeah.
And Facebook. You know, that perfect, polished, airbrushed, filtered photo that you took 2 seconds, happy moment on a holiday between kids screaming and fighting and you and partner. And that's a lot of pressure to always have this idyllic, perfect picture life, and it isn't like that. So just be real, people. We're all going through exactly the same thing as you, and yet we just get up one more time. Biggest supporters, nothing like what you've created in 18 years, what a success story happens without supporters. Take us through who they are and what they mean to you.
Oh, okay. So my number one supporter is my husband, so Mark. He's incredibly supportive. Like, I get home at night time, I'm still gibbering on about work. We've found a really good balance. He does so much at home with Declan. Declan's 14. Mark does the school run, he does the shopping, he does the cooking. And it's got to a point now, like, for Declan, if he needs something, like if, you know, there's not enough milk, he rings Dad. So I'm so fortunate, and he's always been such a great sounding board as well. So that number one is like my beautiful hubby, and then after that it's my family. So my dad worked in our business for 10 years. He's now retired. We keep trying to get him back, but he's not coming back. So, you know, he's been incredibly supportive over the time, and then you move on to all your friends and like everyone that I'm surrounded with is incredibly supportive, and I think they believe in me, and I go, oh, because sometimes you have that moment of self-doubt. So,
And having someone else say it that loves you and knows you, it's so important.
Absolutely.
And girlfriends.
Yes.
Take me through girlfriends and what they mean to you.
Oh, God, I love my girlfriends. They know me, the good, the bad, the ugly. And they know where I'm at without me even really needing to say anything. So I'm incredibly blessed to have girlfriends from all different walks that have very special places in my life, and that just, bring something to different roles as well. But it's just that support, and I think it's that they truly know you. So it can be all of this, and then they go, hang on, what's happening with you? And, that they're constantly reaching out. And, we're all so busy. So to have that in everyone's busyness is just so beautiful and so special. So
because time is the most precious commodity. And when a friend reaches out and you know that they're busy and they're just saying, I'm thinking of you, haven't got time to catch up, but just know that I'm here. It just means the world. And we are all changing the world in our own way. And just knowing that check-in. And I'm blessed to have a Mark, I have a Russ, who does, the amazing things behind the scenes to allow me to do crazy TV shows and do what I do. And again, my girlfriends, it's so important. And I don't know any successful woman that I'm in contact with or close friends with that doesn't have a support network. And if you're not finding it in a relationship, you can find it in friends. So, some women are going through this journey on their own as single parents. So look outside of that unit, look to friends, put your hand up and ask for help, because you don't need to be alone on this journey in business. What's next for Lisa Pollock? What's on the cards?
Oh, look, my checklist is quite large, but
that does not surprise me.
So for me at this stage, we've been incredibly busy. So I know when you rang and we were talking about coming on here, for me I was going, oh God, can I fit this in? Can I do it? And, in saying yes, I wanted to show up for you and support you. And, so for me, I'm going to focus next a little bit on myself. I'm going to have a small pause. But when I say that, I'm still going to be doing, but I'm just going to be more mindful of trying to set some routines in place daily that will keep me going to, be better for the next phase. And so it's always exciting. You never know what happens in our world.
That's what I love about you. It's like, what's next? We don't know.
So a little bit of self-focus is needed. So
well done. And it's so important. We talked about mental health and women's health and mindsets earlier, and it's so important to have that balance. So I'm really glad to hear that. Now, we have a fun section coming up now called Time Out. Time Out is a fun section around helping people think about travel again, because we've all been stuck and locked down for a very long time. So I'm going to ask you some fun rapid-fire travel questions.
Okay, bring it on.
Okay, so if you sat next to your idol on a plane, what is the first thing that you would ask them?
Well, I'm thinking it's Ed Sheeran.
Okay.
Do you want to dance with me?
Let's dance in the aisles. I love it. What is the most exotic food you've ever tasted?
I've had duck's tongue once.
Oh.
I know, it's a little bit like a chook foot. It's not great.
Anyone not hungry now? No. What is the weirdest place you've slept during your travels?
Okay, I'm going to go, I slept in a factory overseas in -4 degrees in the middle of nowhere.
Oh.
They'd never had a Western woman's day before. Yeah.
Wow.
So, that's
pretty. Has anyone else done that? I can't say that I have.
My sister went, do you know where you are? You're in the middle of nowhere. And I go, I know. So, yes.
And -4.
Yeah.
Oh. Would you rather go on a safari, have a city break, or visit a tropical island?
Tropical island, hands down.
Cocktail, pina colada.
Water. Yes. Tropical island.
And I know you like to camp here in Australia.
Yes.
But have you ever camped abroad?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
No.
So if we have our international friends watching from all over the world, please drop a comment here on where Lisa can go camping in your country.
Absolutely.
We would love to know. What is your favourite travel song?
Is
Is it an Ed Sheeran song?
No, it's not.
Sorry, Ed.
I don't really have one.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Letting the team down.
How many of the 7 wonders of the world have you seen?
Seen the Great Wall in China.
Yeah.
Barrier Reef.
Okay.
2.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, Grand Canyon.
Grand Canyon.
3.
Okay. Perfect. What is the best and worst thing about travelling to a new country?
Oh, look.
Which you've done a lot of.
I've done a lot of. I love the excitement, something new, the experience. It's just like no matter where it is, it's just you can't imagine it until you're there.
Yes.
The worst thing is the food. And yeah, all that comes with the food.
Yes.
Can I leave that there?
I think we can all work out what she means. You get to know the interior of the bathroom very well. Let's say that.
Yes, very close. So,
Okay, beach or mountains?
beach or mountains? Oh, I'm going to say beach because I love barefoot.
Yes.
In the sand. I don't know.
Sunset
There's
walk.
just something about that. Yes. So definitely.
What's your most valuable travel possession?
Oh.
I'm going to say phone charger.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can't take photos, you can't do anything. But
I was going to say my phone
dry
because
shampoo for me.
Yeah.
Saves a few days washing the hair.
Yeah. So I'd say my phone because I love to capture moments.
Yes.
So, yes.
Who is your dream travel companion?
Oh, my husband and my son.
Oh, good answer. That'll win brownie points. You'll get dinner cooked tonight.
No, we have great times with the little family. So, yes.
Amazing. And are you usually early, late or bang on time?
Oh, God. I don't like to be late. I'm rushing to be on time.
Okay.
So, yeah, and that's something I'm really trying to work on. I was early today.
That she was.
Yeah.
And how would you describe yourself in 3 words?
Oh, wow.
If you don't say sparkly, I am.
This is really interesting because in my team at Christmas, I always ask each person to choose one word that they want to bring into the year. So now I'm throwing it on the other. I would say happy.
Yes.
That's definitely one thing. Sparkly.
Yes.
And I'm going to say creative.
Yes.
And that's sometimes hard for me to say. So I'm creative.
Give it up for Lisa Pollock. Hasn't she been amazing?
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being on our show. Thank you so much.
Are you loving the Girlfriend Hour so far? We hope you've been inspired by the wonderful women you've seen sharing their stories. Do you have an inspiring story of your own to share? We're looking for magic just like yours. Be featured in Feminescence magazine and start your own exciting media journey. Join many other fabulous women who've been profiled in Feminescence magazine. Unlock access to an international audience, propel your career and expand your network. Make today the day you back yourself. What are you waiting for? Visit feminescence.com.au to find out more.